what I wanted to share with you today is that I put together this guide for transitioning from face-to-face teaching to online environments. It's a work in progress, but it's divided into strategies and technologies. And I wanted to show you a specific technology today as an example. So I'm going to go into the activities. So there are a lot of just examples here of different types of activities that you might want to explore. And under mapping, there's one in particular that I've been using with faculty members for classes, and it's called concept mapping. And I used to do it face-to-face, and I've done a couple online now. And the software that I am using and recommending is called CMap Tools. Not that you really need a dedicated technology for mapping. You can just have students map on a whiteboard or any kind of drawing tool. But this one is really great because it's specifically made for concept mapping. So I'm going to open up a map as an example. And what I really like about this software is that it allows you to attach documents. So you can link out to websites. You can even connect maps together. So you can create a kind of knowledge network by having all these maps connected. So it's a really nice and easy and free to use. And what really makes concept mapping different from other types of mapping is it's just a little bit more structured. I do have the periodic table of visualization methods here, which I like a lot, which just shows all different types of mapping. But concept mapping usually moves general to more specific. And what it has that makes it a little bit trickier to do than other types of just brainstorming or mind mapping is that it really defines relationships between concepts. So this is a really great activity for students to articulate their understanding of a subject or a project or even a reading. So it's a really nice activity that you can do, they can do on their own or as a group. So I do actually have just a guide that is specific to concept mapping. And in this guide, I give a little bit of tips on using concept mapping in the classroom, but there are also some little instructional tutorials on mapping as well, and some videos on the tools. So I think it's a really nice idea to use mapping in the class, but I guess my tip would be if you're going to use this type of activity or a new activity, then it would be best to incorporate it in many different ways. So maybe using mapping in your teaching. So you can make a master map that shows the subject of the course coming up. You can make these micro maps for each of the lectures to show the content, to help students sort of visualize that subject. So really used to demonstrate knowledge. And you can have whole group activities in the classroom, and that really helps to allow some time for practice and feedback before assigning this type of activity for marks. But I just wanted to give you this as maybe an idea for an activity that you might like to use.